Have you ever competed against a world-class athlete? Let me tell you about my story. Several years ago, I ran in a marathon in Columbus, Ohio, and it's a great marathon. It is for the benefit of the Nationwide Children's Hospital. Throughout the race, you hear about these kids who are going through chemotherapy and some terrible health challenges, but it's very motivational, very inspirational. And as I'm running this race with thousands of other people, I literally finished 25 yards behind the winner of the marathon. Now, I, of course, was only running the half marathon, and he was running the full marathon. But let me tell you the rest of the story. As I'm coming down the final hill, I'm sprinting, feeling pretty good as I'm coming down the final hill. I look to the right and I see the flashing lights of the police car. And I know the lead runner is right behind that police car, thinking to myself, I have got to beat this guy to the finish line. And I start sprinting down the hill towards the finish line. I get about halfway down, and the announcer says, and rounding the corner is our leader. Let's everybody stand on their feet and welcome him into the finish line. And I start running even faster. Now, at this point in time, I am on like a slalom slope because I'm dodging people in front of me because nobody else has any urgency to be at that finish line before the marathon runner, but I am trying to do that. And I'm sprinting even faster. And as time picks up, all of a sudden, this guy flies by me as if I am standing still. And here I am just running as hard as I can. And he has perfect form. He's slender. He's worked hard his whole life probably for this moment. For me, I'm a part-time marathoner and a part-time runner. And it was so amazing to see and to compete with a world-class athlete. What's the difference between a world-class athlete and an average athlete? Difference between an average runner and a world-class runner? Well, it's not this much. The difference is just huge. He ran that marathon in the time it took me to run a half a marathon, and he ran twice as far. One of those situations where it got me thinking, what are the important roles in my life? And am I being world class? What's the difference between the average father and a world class father? What's the difference between average husband, average friend, an average employee, and a world class employee? And don't those people in our lives deserve us to be world class? And I want to be better than a good father. And I want you to go back and think about those roles in your life that are most important to you. And I want you to decide right now, isn't it worth being world class in those roles? And you don't have to be better than anybody else. You have to be world class for yourself. Be your own best world class self. And then you'll make a huge impact on the world. You be your world class self, and I'll be my world class self.